All right, Shalom Akim. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Racha, Kodash. I'd like to give double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. I'd like to say Shalom to the elect that's teaching His word in all true faith and sincerity. And today I just want to title this lesson, America is the Lake of Fire. And this is pretty much a response to, these guys in Genesis that, it shows the Lord taking the spirit away from them. Makes the claim that America is not a lake of fire, but some damn river, some fucking river, man. And it's just some off to the side. America gonna be destroyed, but somewhere off to the side is gonna be a river flowing. You know what I mean? No, when you get to you sum everything up concerning this beautiful work the Lord is bringing on planet Earth by the way of prophecy, the results is the total destruction of America. And when you go into a lake, which I got the definition, the geographical definition of a lake, it says a lake is a large, relatively fixed body of standing water surrounded by land, often in a basin. So you watch the clip of those guys in Genesis, they pretty much they showed a fucking river. But this is a lake right here, as you see. And you're gonna see it by the way of America being on fire. It's gonna be surrounded. It's gonna be, instead of being surrounded by land, it's gonna be surrounded by water, and this land is gonna be on fire, man. And it's gonna, and them waves, them flames, gonna actually look like waves of water, because that's what John's seeing in that area point of view, So I got this article. And it just further proves that, the main event is here in America, which is Babylon the Great in the scripture. This is the intents and purposes and will of the Lord in this lifetime is for this place to be violently overthrown. Now, when you hear about world war, whether you're seeing a clip, a missile simulation, or whatever the case may be, America is always at the forefront. Especially concerning when those nukes fly off, man. That show you that this place is the main event. So let's get it. This is from Tag 24. I believe this is from Newsbreak. So it says North Korea responds to Trump's Golden Dome plan with warning of nuclear war in space. It says North Korea on Tuesday slammed U.S. President Donald Trump's Golden Dome missile shield as planned as a very dangerous threat that could spark nuclear war in space. So this is what you're seeing. Oh, and what the scriptures, let's get that in Joel. Because concerning this place, America's missile defense system. Why is that the case? Speaking on these things, because everything is going according to schedule, according to prophecy, man. See, those weapons of mass destruction are not on the planet Earth just to be put in a museum in the next age. No, these things are meant to be used to bring forth that transition of the next age. So let's get this in the book of Joel 2, and this is actually concerning those missiles, the army of the Lord. Let's see, bear with me, right? This is Joel chapter 2, and I start at verse 7. It reads, "They shall run like mighty men, they shall climb the wall like men of war, and they shall march every one on his ways, and they shall not break their ranks. And once again, these are concerning the missiles, but they are personified, you know. And when you go into it, the scriptures talk about how they are as horsemen, horsemen. Jump up to verse 4, but I'm going to get another one real quick. Isaiah 13. In verse 4, it reads, the noise of a multitude in the mountains, like as of a great people. A tumultuous noise of the kingdoms of the nations gathered together. The Lord of hosts mustereth the hosts of the battle. So as you can see, the scripture says, like as of a great people. Because once again, that's part of the army of the Lord. Just like how you have these different sects in the army, you got the army, the navy, the fucking Marines, and you know these different branches of the military. Well, the Lord, he's the Lord of hosts. So he got different branches. He got the ants, he got the tigers, he got man, and even in that, you know, it's many plethora of categories because he could send Esau. But even in that, this is a category in itself as well. Those missiles, that's the host of the Lord as well. Matter of fact, continue on, said they come from a far country, from the end of heaven, even the Lord and the weapons of his indignation to destroy the whole land. So you see that great people are the weapons of his indignation, those thermonuclear missiles. And it said, what? To destroy the whole land. See, that's the results. It's not going to be a fucking river on the side glowing while this fucking place is on fire. No, this is concerning that lake of fire. You know? So, matter of fact, let's go back to Joel 2. In verse 8, it says, neither shall one thrust another. See? Because there's going to be so many missiles. You know, you have so many warheads that come from, you know, a missile. You know, you can have 10 to 20 warheads on one missile. So when that last stage, when the warheads come down on the earth, you know, they're not going to bump into each other. And it said they're going to walk everyone in his path, show you that they already built in with an address. They're going to come and hit their certain destination. It says, and when they shall fall upon the sword, they shall not be wounded. And that's concerning this man's missile defense system is going to be feeble, man. It's feeble now. He got to slow the simulation down so many percentage. You got to slow it down 45% just to hit something on a simulation. So how much more when the bullet's flying? In the scripture saying that this is going to happen. Well, somehow the defense system hits one of the missiles. Yet it said they're not going to be wounded. Meaning what? It's not going to blow up in the air. That missile still is going to come and hit its target. And once again, that land, that target is America, man. Babylon the Great. So of course you don't think this nigga constantly speak on the Golden Dome, the defense systems, because really the target is here in America. Of course, we those enemies such as Russia, China, North Korea, Iran. Of course, they're gonna shoot at the whore. But even the allies of America is going to shoot at her as well, man. Let's get that. You can read that also in Revelation 17. Jeremiah 50, verse 14, it reads, put yourselves in array against Babylon round about. All ye that bend the bow, shoot at her. Spare no arrows, for she have sinned against the Lord. See? So that's the target. This is how the lake of fire is formed. is already here. Scripture speak on that oven. This is that oven. This place right here, America, Babylon the Great, just on preheat. See, things are heating up, you know. And when that event unfolds, it's going to that term lake of fire is going to make a whole lot more sense, man. You know. So let's get this in. Let's get Isaiah 34. We can kind of wrap up on this, because once again, this place, America, is known as the lake of fire. That's going to be the results of the wrath of the Lord. You know, this place being in flames. Oh, matter of fact, before we get that, let's get this in the book of 2 Ezra 15, I believe. 2 Ezra 15. Right, in verse 10 it reads, "Behold, my people is led as a flock to the slaughter. I will not suffer them now to dwell in the land of Egypt." So this is what you're seeing now. That Exodus out of here. That's why the Lord have given us this understanding. He have woken us up to this truth. You know. And now we in that Passover spirit, hastening to get out of here. You know. It says, "But I will bring them with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm." So the Lord, he's going to send Yahushua and smite Egypt with plagues as before, and will destroy all the land thereof. So Egypt was going to suffer these many plagues from a power outage, because that's what happened those 3 days of darkness. The Lord killed the livestock, and he pretty much damaged the economy. That's all going to happen here in America, the new Egypt, spiritual Egypt, as well as the whole land will be destroyed. And that's why missiles are on the planet Earth now. So let's get this in the book of Isaiah 34. Isaiah chapter 34. I just started at 5 and we read down. It reads, "For my sword shall be bathed in heaven. Behold, it shall come down upon Idumea and upon the people of my curse to judgment." So as you can see, this judgment of Yahweh Shema Shai is going to come from on high. It's going to be an aerial attack. Once again, the instruments are on the earth by the way of those missiles, man. That is the fate of this world. The fate of the so-called white man and his reign of terror is going to come to the end by the way of World War III. That event is thoroughly recorded throughout the scriptures. And we're reading it here. It says, "The sword of the Lord is filled with blood. It is made fat with fatness, and with the blood of lambs and goats, and with the fat of the kidneys of rams." And that's these people. See, these people are being fattened for the slaughter. That's why all this wickedness is happening on the earth, especially here in America. That's why this is the main event. It says, "For the Lord have a sacrifice in Basra, and a great slaughter in the land of Idumea." See, they didn't say that river on the side. No, the land of Idumea, which is here in America. This is the head, this is Esau's baby, man. When you think of America, it's the Edomite that comes to mind. The hem of the earth. This whore is the one that dictates. When you think about sanctions, is America putting sanctions on whoever, So this is that Basra, the headquarters of Edom. It says, "And the unicorn shall come down with them, and the bullocks with the bulls, and their land shall be soaked with blood, and their dust made with fatness." So it's this whole land. Still talking about this whole land. It says, for it is the day of the Lord's vengeance, and the year of recompenses for the controversy of Zion. So everything that this devil have done to us, this is all part of that payback, man. The Lord bringing forth that destruction. That's why people want to see the smoke from afar off. You know, this judgment is going to be great. It's just some river, man. You know, this had the lake of fire. They nigga brought up pulled up some shit on a glowing river. If you watch the clip. But the scriptures, as you can see, when you go through it, constantly speaks on this same event. It's just put in different words. Might say something different. Might say Babylon, might say Egypt. Or in this case, Edom. Because that's who it's concerning. It's talking about the same event. The same thing. The same people. The same land mass, you know. Just put in a different manner. This is concerning the violent overthrow of America, Babylon the Great. War, and it's going to happen by the way of World War III. And the results of it. Let's read it. Continue on. This is going to be the results of that judgment. It says, "And the streams thereof shall be turned into pitch, and the dust thereof into brimstone, and the land thereof shall become burning pitch." See, niggas say the streams. All this shit gonna be burned up. As you can see, the land there, the whole land mass is gonna be on fire. Talks about it constantly speaks on the whole land being destroyed. You also read 2nd Ezra, the 4th chapter. How the only way the good can come is that this land have to be violently uprooted. Steve is constantly speaking on the same thing, the land. Where? America, man. What else? It says, it shall not be quenched night nor day. The smoke thereof shall go up forever. From generation to generation shall it lie waste. None shall pass through it forever. See? This is concerning America. This is the results of World War III. This place going up in flames. And it's not going to die down like by next week the flames going to go out. Next month. No, it said from generation to generation. So no telling how many years. It might be a century. You know, because them generations go to like every 25 years. That's a generation. So I'm telling how it might be a damn century before you can see that it's finna die down, you know. But the point is what? That this place is gonna be in flames, man. The Lord is gonna destroy the whole land of America. This is biblical prophecy. This is that lake of fire. It says, "But the cormorant and the bittern shall possess it. The owl also and the raven shall dwell in it. And he shall stretch upon it the line of confusion and the stones of emptiness." So that's the point. Because when the smoke clear and the dust settles, literally, it's going to be nothing but desert creatures to dwell here. You know? And you're not going to know what New York City was, Louisville, Kentucky, or whatever you know, these different landmarks that's here now. This whole place is going to look very eerie, and it's going to be a memorial of what not to do, you know? So once again, America is that lake of fire. So I hope this will edify Akim. I'd like to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'asham, Yahushai, Ba'asham, Rachak, Wadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Shalom to the elect. They're teaching word in all true faith and sincerity. Shalom.